What's good, people? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, please do subscribe down below, smash the like, hit the bell. Those things help out a lot. YouTube does notify people when we upload, so just make sure you hit that bell. Wait, I think I want to change this hat. I don't like how this hat looks. Let me just change this hat real quick. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change this one around. That's better. Feeling a little more like it. Sometimes you just gotta switch it up, you know? Anyway, guys, today we got a dope episode for you. It's all about using colloidal silver, or colloidal silver, depending on how you pronounce it, to make feminized beans. Now, we all know everyone loves feminized beans. The certainty behind it, you don't get any males, you don't gotta worry about pollen. Everyone wants to know, how can I make them? Well, colloidal silver is one of those ways that you can make them. When the time comes to plant beans, most farmers prefer to use feminized. And if you ever went to purchase beans before, you probably got that decision. Feminized, regs, autoflower, what do I go for? Well, I've actually done a little bit of research on this and actually utilized different ways to produce feminized beans myself. And I found that using ionic colloidal silver is an efficient and safe and cost-effective way to produce feminized beans. Now, there are conflicting thoughts on this, but I'm just giving you my experience. And I've had some pretty interesting experiences. But before we get into that, guys, if you want to support the channel, check out the links in the description below. Check them all out. Hit them up. You can save a discount on all those stuff. Everything on there, you can get a discount on it. And you can also join up with the YouTube channel members and the Patreon fam. Check out the Patreon, man. If you want beans, that's where to go. Because today's episode is all about feminized beans, right? And on that note, let's get into today's freaking episode. Yes, guys, so how exactly does colloidal silver work on plants? Well, here's how it works. When you're using colloidal silver, it actually works as a sort of a stressor. Ideally, you want to get 20 ppm or greater as a foliar spray and use that to drench the target area of the plant for about 10 to 18 days in a row. I did it as soon as the lights turned off and right before the lights turned on, every single day for like 20 days. What the silver ion does is that it inhibits the ethylene production that's needed by the plant to produce female flowers, and in turn forces the plant to produce male pollen sacs instead. Now, because female plants have 0 male chromosomes, the pollen that's produced is actually female, and that results in a 99.99 guaranteed female bean when using the female pollen from that plant, which was treated with the colloidal silver. Now, all that said, when is the best time to actually apply the colloidal silver? Well, the best time to use the colloidal silver for feminization would be a day or two before you switch to flowering. Basically, before you change the timers to 12-12. Immediately begin spraying the colloidal silver on newer growth every day until male sacs start to form, typically within 10 to 18 days. Once you see the male sacs starting to form, I would separate or isolate that particular plant from other plants just so that you don't have any pollination issues, because that pollen gets super airborne super easily. Once the male sacs are developed, it can take a little bit of time for them to open and produce a yellow-like pollen, usually about 2 to 3 weeks, but it does vary with genetics, so be careful, guys. Now, once the pollen is present, you've made progress. You're not all the way there, but you've made progress. You can gently tap the sacs on a mirror or a smooth surface, which makes it easy to collect the pollen. Some growers just take a whole branch and tap the whole branch and shake it over another plant. You can use the pollen right away, or you can store it in the container in the freezer for later use. A lot of people do say, though, that when you store it, it's not as viable as it once was, so keep that in mind. Some people say use it or lose it, but the great thing is that now you have female pollen readily available to pollinate any genetics that your heart desires. The next step is to pollinate your flowers. Everyone uses different methods for pollination, so I'll let you decide how to do that. But colloidal silver is a really great technique to use when you're making feminized beans. Not only is colloidal silver used as a biocide, but it also has many other benefits as well, including feminization and sterilization. Now, thanks to science and nature's elements, colloidal silver can be used to maximize your yields, increase plant sustainability throughout the entire life cycle of the plant, and loads of other stuff. Now, have you guys ever used colloidal silver to make feminized beans? Drop a comment down below and let me know how you did it, what your process was, and what your ppm level was on the colloidal silver. Now, making feminized beans is not as easy as it sounds. There are a few tips that I can give you that can help you along the process. First off, pick the best looking female plant for this process to ensure premium genetics. Second, make sure you separate and isolate the plant once the sacs start to form. Move them to another room away from the flowering plants, just get them out of there. And number 3, be prepared, guys. Make sure you got the necessary steps in place, take precautions, make sure you got a female plant that is nicely flowering, isolate it and pollinate it with the feminized pollen that you create. You can take some pollen on the end of a Q-tip and gently tap it over the flowers that you would like to pollinate. That's a really easy way to get things done. Now within 3 to 6 weeks, your flowering plant will produce some feminized beans guaranteed. Perfect. So drop a comment down below and let me know if this is something you're gonna do. And smash the freaking like for feminized beans, because everyone likes me and we all love the ladies. Now share the video if you enjoyed it, join up with the channel members and the Patreon members down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace fam!